boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Buy now at dazn.com/boxing.
Absolute cracker this Saturday, isn't it? Former heavyweight champion and the current WBO interim champion Joseph Parker takes on the WBA interim heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley. Live from the O2, the winner takes a huge step towards Alexander Usyk's undisputed title. Watch it live this Saturday only on DAZN. And talking about Alexander Usyk, he will fight for another 2 years. We have reaction coming up for you on that from his manager Igis Klimas, who joins us on the show today. Igis, I think now, is in flight between Lithuania and the US of A, but he spoke to me just before he boarded that flight, Igis Klimas, on why Usyk has made the decision to fight on. And we'll get to that very shortly. Simon, one of the pick of the games tonight, undoubtedly up in the northeast, Newcastle United against Benfica. Jose Mourinho arriving with Benfica, of course, for this one. And of course, Jose Mourinho knows all about the Geordie roar in his time in English football. He went up there often enough to St James's Park, and he's been talking about that special Newcastle atmosphere.
I told them that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Even as an opponent, it's beautiful. Of course, they are going to play with the Newcastle players, but I think they will respect us as an opponent. They will respect our game. They will respect if we are going to be successful. It's beautiful to play here. It's a different profile than to play in the London stadiums. And we have to cope with that emotion. We have to cope with it. We have to be strong enough to cope with it.
You see, he's right, isn't he? You know, to get something really special, you've got to go to a place like Newcastle. Get out of London. Yeah. Go up to the northeast. Go to St James's Park, a ground full of passion, full of supporters who absolutely love their football club and aren't afraid to show it. Yeah. It's a special atmosphere.
Well, it is. To some extent.
You deny the Geordie roar, don't you?
No, I don't. I'd qualify that in a second. But when clubs are starved of success, and the only thing they win is the League Cup, and then the whole media goes on a celebratory lap for them, then of course there's an atmosphere inside the stadium. London clubs are, like Arsenal and Chelsea, are used to winning things, so there is a different atmosphere. But also on the real side of it, in teams like Newcastle, they are the centre of the town.
Oh yeah.
So everything flows through that football club, and they are such a valuable part of the commodity. Now, my argument about the Geordie roar was with John Hall and Douglas Hall at the time, because they used to go on and on about this Geordie roar, and I saw it and heard it when Newcastle scored. But prior to that, in my view, and I think it's changed recently, because they hated Ashley, you know, that they would, you know, once he had gone, the enthusiasm levels, ding dong, the witch is dead, the enthusiasm levels went up to such a level that they're back really igniting. The environment is, again, what it was before. But when I took Palace up there a few times, I was like, is that it then? I mean, you're the same as everybody else. You're waiting to be entertained, and when they've scored, yeah, you've got a wonderful roar.
Maybe Newcastle then couldn't get up for Palace.
Well, maybe. Maybe. It could have been just that. It could have been just that. But I used to have this regularly with Sir John and with Douglas and with the late Freddie Shep. Yeah, what's all this noise? I mean, it's not, is it? It's the same as everybody else. You go to a football club. But I do accept and do agree with the principle.
Why? Because Josie's saying it?
No, not because Josie's
and Yuri's lapdog.
Josie is just playing to the gallery. He does it. It was up in your part of the world last year, waxing lyrical about Rangers, wasn't he?
Yeah, but listen to what he's saying here about Newcastle. I've told my players it's beautiful. It's an extraordinary atmosphere in this stadium and in this city. He's right. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's
from London.
I don't know what he's referring to. He's managed in London. He could have gone and managed in Newcastle anytime he wanted to, didn't he? But he didn't seem to want to. So it can't be that beautiful, can it? He goes up there and he's talking about the game in hand, like he did last year with Fenerbahce when we were playing Rangers. And so everyone was like, "Oh, is he going to get the job? Is he going to go for a Rangers job?" No, he's not. So he's just talking about the dynamics of a game, making sure that the opposition are given due deference. And Mourinho will be up to his tricks, whatever he thinks of the wonderful, beautiful atmosphere inside Newcastle Stadium. But there's no doubt that the atmosphere at times, I remember watching the Leeds Derby playoff semi-final and thinking, that's an atmosphere. Certain clubs can create certain atmospheres. And when Newcastle fans are at it, their stadium is electric. Yeah. No doubt about it.
It is. 2 wins, though. In their first 8 games. Eddie Howe's been talking. I mean, it was put to him, this season, is it yet to spark for you?
Frustrating is the feeling. I think because I think we're so close to being something more, or getting better results than we have. I think the team performances have been strong. I think we've been very good defensively, although there was a couple of lapses against Brighton. That's all it was that we got punished for. But you make your own luck, and you can only turn things your own way by doing the right things continually. And so I don't think we're far away, and we've just got to keep to our beliefs.
And they will do that. I think Newcastle do it tonight. I think this could be a special game. They've got to come alive soon. And I think this might be the occasion they do it.
So I want Newcastle to be successful. I want them to break the ceiling of opportunities. You know, I want them to punch their way into the top 6 and stay in there and create disruption and be a competitive football club so that we don't have the same old faces in the same old spaces. I want that opportunity for them. And of course, in the Champions League, any team that's British, English, that's playing against one of the continental sides, I want to see us win. I want to see them win. And I like Eddie Howe. You know, my view of Eddie Howe has completely changed because I've got new information, and the new information has made me change my mind. I questioned his appetite for the Celtic job at the time. I questioned the veracity of his Bournemouth side that, in my view, couldn't defend, and when they stopped scoring goals, they got relegated.
Yeah.
But I was wrong, because I think what he's done at Newcastle, I still maintain, despite the winning of the League Cup, that the holy grail that Newcastle's ownership bought Newcastle for, winning the Premier League, will not be something that Eddie Howe delivers.
You still think that?
Yeah, I do. Are they any nearer then? They can't. They're being stopped. They're not allowed to win the Premier League because they can't do what Manchester City and Chelsea have been able to achieve.
Eddie's got them into the Champions League twice.
He has, and that's great.
Yeah.
So they're a participation team. That's not what Newcastle wanted to be. They wanted to be a winning side. I don't suppose the Saudis, when they were buying Newcastle, thought, I know what I want. I want that League Cup. That's the one that's going to send me home. That's the one that's going to really reignite our nation and make sure that all the tourists flow into Saudi. It's because they wanted to use the Premier League opportunity by being a huge football team and successful, and the League Cup doesn't cut it. So, but they're not going to be allowed. Unless we change the PSR, which I hope they do in their voting regulations, then Newcastle are going to be kept away from being able to rival Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, and whoever else is in the list of clubs that have got the Man United, that have got the list of revenue, that don't have to build the way that Newcastle will have to build.
I must say something, it's an absolutely great fixture, isn't it? Mourinho does, I mean, I can see that. When he takes a team to an English club now, whoever that team is, whether it was Fenerbahce of late, nowadays it's Benfica, there's an extra edge to it. As you rightly say, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up to some of his tricks.
Mourinho, isn't he? He has, over a 25-year period, or best part of it, has engaged, entranced, and irritated the media in equal measure.
Yeah. Anyway, Newcastle United against Benfica. Jose Mourinho's Benfica, live on talkSPORT. Can't wait for that. It is 12 noon.
talkSPORT.